Okay, Raja, Maui, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to join my brothers Maui. This Friday, don't miss out. I don't like hear all these kind of stories after. Oh, we couldn't get in. No worry.
When Fiji sings, the ocean listens. That was how fans often described George Fiji Veikoso, the Polynesian reggae icon whose voice was as warm and powerful as the islands he represented. From village church choirs in Tailevu to international stages across Hawaii, New Zealand, and California, Veikoso didn't just make music, he created a movement. As of now, the date of his untimely passing at the age of 55, George Veikoso had an estimated net worth of $2 to $3 million, earned from decades of best-selling music, sold-out tours, collaborations, acting appearances, and television theme compositions. But his value can't be measured in dollars alone, because for millions of Pacific Islanders, Fiji wasn't just a stage name. It was the heartbeat of a culture, a symbol of island resilience, soul, and pride. Early life. Born on May 10th, 1970, in Burita Village, Tailevu Province, Fiji, George Brooks Veikoso was destined for music. From his earliest days, rhythm flowed through his blood. His family lineage was steeped in musical greatness. His uncle, Isarili Rakul, played drums for Elvis Presley, contributing to Drums of the Islands. Another uncle, Sakiusa Bulikokakoko, was one of Fiji's most legendary jazz artists. George was raised in a close-knit Christian household that prized humility, family, and faith. Although little is documented about his siblings or parents by name, it's clear they were instrumental in shaping his early values. Education-wise, George attended local schools in Suva, Fiji, and sang in church choirs and school bands. However, the real curriculum for him was life, music, and culture. His talent became apparent early, performing in local talent shows, community concerts, and school events. At age 12, he earned his first paycheck, $5, for a church performance. But in 1987, at just 17 years old, political unrest in Fiji forced George and his family to relocate to Hawaii. Though uprooted, this move would change not just his life, but the very sound of Pacific music forever. Personal life. George Veikoso lived a life centered around faith, community, and culture. Raised Christian, his spiritual beliefs remained deeply ingrained in his music and personal worldview. Despite his fame, George kept his romantic life private. At the time of his passing, he was not publicly married and had no known children. While this led to much speculation, it only added to the mystique of a man who preferred to let his music speak louder than his biography. Outside of music, George engaged in various creative projects. He acted in the 2002 film Blue Crush, co-wrote the Baywatch, Hawaii theme song, Let Me Be the One, appeared on television shows like Emerald Live, supported local Polynesian artists by mentoring them and helping produce their work. He was also philanthropic, participating in charity concerts, disaster relief efforts, and youth mentorship programs in Fiji, Hawaii, and the mainland U.S. Professional career. After moving to Hawaii in the late 1980s, George began performing under the name Fiji, a nod to his homeland. He joined the local band Root Strata, but soon branched out on his own. His debut solo album, Evolution, 1994, shook the foundations of island music. It blended reggae, soul, R&B, and hip-hop with unmistakable Polynesian depth. Songs like Lia, Smoke in Session, and Sweet Darlin' became instant classics. His voice was velvet-wrapped in truth, deep, raspy, emotional, the kind of voice that doesn't just entertain but heals. Discography highlights. Evolution, 1994. Born and Raised, 1997. Gratitude, 2000. Independence Day, 2003. Experience, 2008. And Love and Roots, 2010s. Awards and recognition. Nahoku Hanahano Awards, 1998 Male Vocalist of the Year, Favorite Entertainer. Pacific Music Awards, 2014 Best Pacific International Artist. Grammy nomination for the reggae compilation Island Warriors. and Lifetime Achievement Award 2021 Pacific Music Awards. Collaborations. George collaborated with a long list of regional greats. They include J. Boog, Maoli, the Manao Company, Drew Deasy, and Kapena. These collaborations solidified him as both an artist and a mentor, pushing the genre forward for younger generations. House tour and car collection. George Veikoso kept a low profile when it came to material possessions. However, reports indicate he owned a two-story ocean view home in Kailua, Oahu, adorned with Polynesian carvings, vintage instruments, and a private recording studio. A family house in Suva, Fiji, which he frequently returned to, especially in his later years. As for cars, George was known to favor classic American muscle cars, particularly a 1968 Mustang convertible, which fans often saw at concerts. He also reportedly owned a custom black Toyota Land Cruiser, modified for off-road use during his trips to the Fijian highlands. Unlike many celebrities, George Veikoso did not attend a formal college or university. Instead, his education came through experience, years of performing, producing, and writing. In many ways, his life was a PhD in island soul. However, he was often invited to speak at universities in Hawaii, California, and New Zealand, where he encouraged young Pacific Islanders to never forget where you came from. Your voice carries your ancestors. Cause of death. On July 23, 2025, the Pacific lost a titan. George Veikoso passed away peacefully at his home in Suva, Fiji, surrounded by close family and friends. He was 55 years old. While the family did not release the exact medical cause, close sources and management stated he had been battling health issues quietly over the past year. Some reports pointed to heart-related complications. Others noted exhaustion and strain from recent travel and performances. Out of respect for his privacy, no official autopsy was made public. The outpouring of love after his passing was overwhelming. Fans in Fiji and Hawaii lit candles and held beachside vigils. Social media erupted with hashtags like hashtag Rest in Love Fiji and hashtag Voice of the Islands. Maoli, J. Boog, and the Green released tribute songs in his honor. A posthumous documentary, Sweet Darlin', The Life of George Fiji Veikoso, is in production, set for release in 2026. One fan said, "When he sang Sweet Darlin', I played it at my wedding. When he sang Lia, I played it at my dad's funeral. He was with us through it all." The government of Fiji also declared July 23rd as Fiji Music Day, a national recognition of George's legacy. George Fiji Veikoso was not just a musician. He was a movement. He embodied what it meant to hold onto your roots while embracing the world. He bridged cultures, generations, and genres. He may be gone in body, but his voice will echo forever across beaches, radios, and hearts. Music, he once said, is the only language where nobody fights, and he spoke it fluently.